I'm with Jim Watterson, who is the show producer for the 2008 LA Fashion Gala, which is the biggest, the most exciting fashion show in America. Mr. Watterson, Mr. Watterson, how did you make such a show? Tell us.
Well, I've done the show for over 22 years, and it evolved from a very small show in a rather small hotel ballroom to this big room which seats, we do 3 shows ahead of the show that seat over 8,000 people, and then tonight there's about 1,000 people here for the benefit dinner. It takes a lot of work and a lot of patience and a lot of creative people that work with me, and I'm very fortunate to have some very brilliant people. I have a choreographer who did the dance number. I have fashion stylists I have hair and makeup people. I have staging people. I have a brilliant lighting director. I have a brilliant audio director. I have 48 models in this show, the very best models in the West Coast, and we have dressers for each model. There's probably 150 people backstage, and they all work together and they do a great job.
What is the hard part to set up the show?
It takes probably about 6 months ahead of time. I meet the students for the first time. They get to know me and I get to know them. I try to calm their fears because they get very anxious and very nervous. And so I'm there for their support. I tell them that I'm there to protect them. I'm there to make them look good. And I want the show to be a big success for them.
I know you are a show producer. How long have you been doing this?
I started doing shows in 1976. My first show was for FIDM. I had never done a show before I did one, so I had to kind of learn on the job. And then subsequently I did many shows, and then I did a lot of shows in New York. And then for here in Los Angeles, we did shows for people like Calvin Klein, Jeffrey Bean, Versace, Terry Mugler, Tom Ford, Isaac Mizrahi. So I've worked with a lot of celebrities, a lot of models. We did one show at the Hollywood Bowl with Tina Turner, and we had 325 models for Calvin Klein. So we've done it from small to big.
My name is Chelsea Titzer, and I'm from Evansville, Indiana. My collection is for fall 2009, and it's inspired by the 1920s and 1930s glamour, so it's real glitzy and fun and bright colors, lots of sparkle and glamour. I have 13 pieces in my collection, and it is for the fall 2009 season.
Okay. For many designers out there who really love to become a fashion designer, any advice that you can give to them?
Really just work on your creativity and your craft, and learn the construction of garments, because that's so important when you're dealing with fashion design. You really want to know how things go together. It's not so much about illustrating or things. Just be creative and set yourself apart from other people, because that's the one way you'll get ahead, is if people are going to notice you. Since I was a little girl, I've always wanted to be a fashion designer. I can't remember a time when I didn't love clothes or want to be creative. I've always been into art and painting and love to shop and go anything about fashion.
Are you one of those girls who love dress up Barbie dolls?
Oh yeah, that was a big thing when I was younger.
I'm with 2 beautiful costume designers. Please introduce yourself.
Kristen Hemsley.
And where you are from?
I'm from Walnut, California.
And you?
I'm Kat Ho Kim Fong, and I'm from Orange County.
Okay, and you are Vietnamese. Would you like to say something in Vietnamese?
Em tên là Hồ Kim Phượng. Em muốn cảm ơn cha mẹ cho học trường này.
Okay, so in costume design for tonight's show, how many collections are there?
I have 5 each, and the rest of them have 3 each. So there's going to be a lot.
So both of you together?
Yeah, each of the costume designer have 1 character, but instead for her, she has 3. And we have 2 can-can dancers that are for ourselves. So, yeah.
How long does it take to finish this project?
Oh, it took us 6 months.
6 months?
Yes, it took a long time.
Pretty much from the design aspect all the way to the finishing sewing in the back. So it's a long time.
What inspired you to become a costume designer?
I just love the creativity of it all. Being able to express myself through costume, it's very fun for me.
I pretty much just like going all out. I mean, you don't stop where you're designing, and it's great because if it's on stage, you can go all out. It's not like regular clothes that people can wear. it's what they perform with. So,
Do you think that one of these days you're gonna walk around with weird costume?
I would say yes, definitely.
So what type of costume that you dream of designing?
Some beautiful Roman goddess costume, yes,
okay.
yes.
And then what about you?
I love doing fantasy. Anything that has futuristic aspect to it, I just love anything like that.
My name is Richard Chan, and I'm a designer in the third year fashion program. And I'm designing an evening gown collection.
Okay, tell us about your collection.
Well, it's inspired by Japanese geishas, as long with Japanese flower arrangements. It's mixed together, yeah.
Okay, so is it like kimono type?
Very much so. Japanese silhouettes, very feminine, very light. Yes.
How many in your collection, and what season is it for?
It's for the fall season, and it includes around 17 pieces. So 17 gowns, pretty much so, yes.
Are you planning to do any show after this?
Absolutely, you know, these shows are always the highlight of every designer's life career, and I think that given the opportunity, I would definitely do more shows in the future.
I see a lot of male designers out there. What is your advice to give to some of the young designers out there?
Young designers, I believe in perseverance. I think talent is only something that can come about if you try your best to persevere. So I think that trying hard is more important than just having talent, yes. Okay. I plan to work for a few years and then actually start up my own label. It's going to be Tu Fang Chan, my Chinese name.
Spell that so we remember next time.
Yes, it's TZUFANG Chan, CHAN.
Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Purdy, and I'm from Santa Cruz, California. My collection is inspired by Huntress and also the theme of being Celtic and just kind of the earthy, natural theme, and women being strong yet having feminine touch to them. The silhouette is it has a lot of leather belts that go with like flowy chiffon under. I'm wearing one of my pieces.
Okay. How many are there in your collection, and what season is it for?
It's for fall 2009, and I have 14 pieces, or 14 outfits and 30 pieces all together.
Wow, very nice.
It took a long time.
How long does it take?
We've been in class for the last 9 months, and we've been working very hard. So I would love to work for someone for a little bit and just get to know the industry very well, and then I'd love to, of course, have my own line. I think when I was little, I did a couple recitals, and I had a lot of dress-up clothes. I just loved dressing up in them and rearranging them and doing different ways and just all sorts of Barbies and all that kind of thing. So,
is it expensive to walk into this type of career?
I think you have to spend money to make money. So it is risk-taking, but in the end, it's very profitable. And if people love your stuff, they're going to buy it. So you do have to spend some, I think. Okay. If you have a passion for it, don't let anything get in your way. There's always a way to do it. And go after what you love.
Okay.
I'm Keon from California, Irvine. Well, I was inspired by Egyptian hieroglyphics and the way they had their first seats built. And actually, Egypt was the first one that ever designed a chair. So I was drawn in with the shapes from there. It's 100% cotton. It's from Cotton Corporation Inc. That's where the scholarships are from. And our textile designers design the textile, and we have to be inspired from the textile to design something with our chairs as well. It took 3 months, but for others it takes a shorter amount of time. For me, I had a lot of research into it, and then for developing it and making 7-8 models and then showing it the final product, 3 months.
How did you win? Tell me, what is the secret?
Well, I think the thing about my chair, it was something that looked very classic, but was very unique, and it wasn't something overdone. It was something fresh, and it had a very high lacquer, which people loved so much about it, and other chairs didn't. There were 10 designers out of all 1,000 interior designers that were chosen, I believe.
And who sponsored for this chair?
Mine was done by Michael Berman from Michael Berman Limited, and he's located at the PDC. He's a really brilliant man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Hideka Minami, and I'm from Kobe, Japan. My collection is based off of Oliver Twist, the famous novel written by Charles Dickens. It's about during the industrial era of that period and what the men wore. during this time, it was a big revolution for our fashion industry because the sewing machine was created, and a lot of the clothes had a lot of seams, and it was a more intricate design compared to before, but very simple on the outside. So that is the basic characteristic of my collection.
Okay. How many pieces in your collection, and what season is it for?
It's for fall 2009, and there are 11 outfits, a top and a bottom, so about 22 pieces. And yeah, I would really love to start working for a corporate company and building my design background and develop my skills more. My mother was a very famous fashion designer in Japan, in Ginza, and she just talking with her and growing up, she just influenced me in a very natural way for fashion.
I am with Nick Verrios, the famous Nick Verrios. He has such a long resume, so I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Well, thank you. By the way, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Nick Verrios, and I was on Project Runway, and I'm also a designer here in Los Angeles. In fact, just at the recent Oscars, actress Marlee Matlin wore one of my gowns to the Oscars. So I'm very excited about that. I've also did some pre-Oscars correspondence for E! Entertainment, and then I actually rate the red carpet for TV Guide Channel. So yeah, I know it's a lot of stuff, but more importantly, and what I'm most proud of, is I'm sort of the mentor or the Tim Gunn for these students, the FIDM students here. For the last 9 months, I've sort of been their instructor, and I've helped them with the draping and the pattern making and all that stuff. So I've sort of inspired them and guide them to make them do their best collections.
How do you get all that energy to do that?
I know. My friends say, how do you even make it to the bathroom? With all that, I guess I'm lucky that I'm still sort of young, I guess, to some people, maybe
and
not
handsome.
to some other. Oh, thank you. But I love doing that. I love, giving back to my students, and I love inspiring them, and just the feedback that I get from them is fabulous. And more importantly, I think I was one of them. 15 years ago, I did the debut.
How long have you been doing this, Nick?
Well, I graduated from UCLA in 91, and I graduated from FIDM in 93. So I would say like 15 years I've been, in this industry.
You don't look that old.
Oh, honey, thank you. It's all about drinking a lot of water and moisturizing, a lot of moisturizing.
Okay. Is there any designer that give you a hard time?
Oh, one of these designers. I think we were very lucky this year because I hear that a lot of times there's a lot of divas. There's only room for one diva, and that's me. So I told them right from the beginning that I was going to be the diva. They were actually very nice, all of them. They were very helpful, and we got along well, and there were no diva attitudes. So it's really good.
Confident is the main thing, right?
Yes, exactly. Great. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, of course.
I'll see you again.
Pleasure. Thank you. Bye.
It's showtime for Cheering Styles.